Hi, everybody. This week for Plan With Me Sundays, I thought I would take you through the next step from my last video. Last month, I showed you how I used the 3 a.m. blog planner and my Erin Condren planner to kind of map out my month. And let me pull up that 3 a.m. month at a glance. So this is my first step is of course taking the 3 a.m. blog planner and just writing out that to-do list of posts. I write all my brainstorming ideas down in a May Designs notebook, and then I take those and plug those into the different days in the month. And then from there, what I've decided to do, because mostly just because I need the accountability and I need the structure, I just have decided to go ahead and start creating draft posts 2 weeks at a time, or at least as best I can, and get those started, because I want to create at least 3 days of content that are set in stone and are predictable for my readers so they can expect me to post on those days. And so I've decided Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There are 3 link ups that I really enjoy as a reader, and so I think it's a good way to get traffic. And as a baby blog, you always want to find ways to get some new traffic. And so I think that those 3 days combined with whatever I want to do on the other days, if I have time or if I don't have time, are a good way to get started with being more consistent in posting. So I have here some examples of the draft posts I've created, and let's just pull up one that I have coming up. For example, Monday made it. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to create in all of these draft posts something that's easy to go in and then put in the meat after I have all the bones here. So by bones, what I mean is having the image that you need as part of the link up, having some type of call to action at the bottom already ready. So for example, this one I put in a shout out about Instagram at notjaneedu, because you don't really want to, of course, promote your own product in a link up post, but you might want to promote, one of your social media avenues or a previous post that you've had. And then I've just made notes for myself. So for this week, I want to show the buttons that I'm making for Vegas, or that I already made for Vegas, and a link to Zazzle. And those notes I then take into my Erin Condren planner and write down my to-do list as far as what photos I need to take and edit, and if there's anything I need to do specific on Twitter or Facebook or Pinterest, such as creating like a really nice image that's pinnable for Pinterest. So that's just an example there. Let's find another one to look at. I have a lot of vlog posts coming up, obviously, because we're going to Vegas. Oh, this is something I also wanted to share, because of course the theme of Plan With Me Sundays is all about planning for your blogs, and something that I've had to change because I really want to have the aesthetic of Not Jane consistent. And if you look at my site, obviously, or my blog, it's obviously mostly black and white, hand drawn, some colors that pop, but there's not a lot of clip art that's maybe related more to education or kids, and it's not really a clean look. It's a kind of a busy look, but still it's fun. And so I just want to use images that go along with that. And so with my 5 Friday post, I created my own numbers to number the post that matched my blog, because as much as I love the ones that come with the link up, they don't really go with the look of my blog. So I think that's something important when you're planning, is to have those elements already ready. So I've just created a folder that I keep all of these buttons for the different link ups in, and images like this. And that way it's easy to pull in and create all of these posts. Another thing I want to point out, And this is, again, just a way that I'm trying to be more organized with working on my blog posts. And it's probably not a big deal if you've been blogging for a long time, but I'm usually just a hobby blogger and more in the lifestyle category. And as I transition into more of that teacherpreneur role, it's a little bit more important to be rigid in what you're doing. And so I'm trying to make sure that as I create these draft posts, I'm also creating labels and I'm scheduling those posts, because if I schedule it, then I have to be responsible and get it done, and I have a due date, and it's a good tool for me. So let's see if there was anything else I wanted to show you. Oh, I think the other thing I wanted to point out about Wordless Wednesday posts are another weekly link up that I want to participate in. And this one has a photo and a question that you're supposed to include. So what I've been doing for these is I am creating on my desktop a folder with images that I really like based on the question that I want to ask. And so, of course, I went ahead and typed in the question. And so now that I have all of those things typed in for the next 2 weeks, it makes it much easier for me just to go in, fill in the details, not feel rushed as far as planning. I can, of course, post more than once in a day if I have something else that I want to do, but those are just a way to make sure my blog is being updated consistently. And be sure to stop by Not Jane and check it out. I hope this video at least helps you kind of think in your mind about some ways to tweak your planning for your blog. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, or leave a comment down below. And I hope you'll stop by again soon. Thanks.